Hello, and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washuk.
And I am Garrett Loberg.
And it's beginning to look good, like Christmas.
It was a really good attempt. But Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas indeed. We're a little bit late this time around, but Christmas is right around the corner.
You know what that means.
More movies?
More problems.
All right, well, we'll just get this started.
Get right into the news.
First up in the news, we have news coming from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. John Mulaney is talking about wanting to do a spin-off on Spider-Ham. He pitched this idea to Variety in an interview. He said, "Spider-Ham is a funny guy who's capable of great rage. To see him back in the day at the Daily Beagle, I could see a Watergate-like story at the Beagle where he's a reporter and Spider-Ham by night. This would be like the Post or All the President's Men or Spotlight. But we'll make it a family-friendly, lots of bacon jokes, or that's
Ham-fisted.
Or that's ham-fisted.
Like hand-fisted.
Oh God, John Mulaney, you son of a bitch."
This is like, I mean, just reading the quote, like you got the Daily Beagle. Lots of bacon jokes, which is great. Honestly, he could probably pull this off. I mean, whether it was a really cartoony kind of feel to his, so I'd love to see a world where it's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Because like they tried to make it so it's the real world in the Spider-Verse, but like you could see in his world it was more cartoons, like the flaps when he hit people.
It's very much like Looney Tunes.
Yeah. So I personally thought he was great in the movie. I thought, you know, he doesn't need a lot of bad guys. He could have like two bad guys and take out like a bunch of like the little minions or whatever, and it'd still be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I think the whole point of it is just to be a fun, family-friendly, movie.
Yeah, and he could pull that off easily. All right, next up, we've got the new look at Aladdin. And basically, Entertainment came out with an article this week on their magazine. The first look issue, which they always do for a lot of movies, a lot of Disney movies, I would say.
Yeah, a lot of Disney movies.
They just had the Mary Poppins one.
Marvel all the time.
They always release, when they release the trailer, they usually release a introduction to the characters. So they did that with Aladdin, the live action, and people were kind of confused because it has the two live action characters, but it also has Will Smith on the front of it. And Will Smith is in his human form, which apparently he will still have a animated Genie form in the movie, but I think they're holding a little bit close to their cards, so that way they don't have to give away what it looks like. Disney has been doing that a lot lately, where they don't want to like blow their load too fast and say, "Oh, here's what he looks like," and they can save that for the next trailer, and that'll be really fun to like do the shot of him coming out of the lamp or something like that.
Yeah, just hype it up.
Yeah.
I say you should have just not even showed him.
Yeah, totally. Now, what would they have put in the background? Maybe Jafar. If Jafar was going to be in it, I think that would have been
better.
I would have personally liked that. That way, when they do release that actual video or of him, it's not. This was just to ride the hype train of Will Smith.
What was that? The YouTube rewind.
So, that's where this is going right now.
It seems like him and Tom Cruise are very similar in their ways. Like they have to control things.
Oh yeah, you know that they were like, let's actually put Jafar on the top.
Will Smith's like, nah.
He's like, nah. So we don't know what Will Smith's gonna look like in his Genie form, but we do know what he looks like in his I Look Ridiculous form.
Yeah,
so.
He looks like a Sinbad character.
Yes, he looks very much like Sinbad, and it makes it even funnier because it's like, oh, well, maybe we will get a Sinbad version.
Oh, man. Speaking of cool, I guess?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves says he would love to play Wolverine even more than Batman. So as you all know, John Wick is coming out, and Bill and Ted's next movie, the third one, is coming out. Yeah, I don't know what if I guess they want him, or he wants to be in a superhero movie.
I think he does. I think he's done enough action to where he could easily mime what he's been doing for his other movies. He's been doing action movies forever. He's a veteran action star. So I think that, I feel like Batman would probably be a little bit more in his taste, just because it's somebody that's well hidden. You can, cut his hair. But at the same time, Wolverine would be pretty cool to see him in. He's just not big. I feel like big enough for Wolverine.
No, I agree. But this was also in the interview at Screen Geek. He was interviewing for his new movie Replicas, which comes out soon as well. Mm-hmm. I can't see him as Wolverine just because, one, he's 54, and Hugh Jackman, he's probably around the same age.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would, play that unless he wants to be old man Wolverine.
See, and that, if he saw, like, Old Man Logan, it was like,
yeah,
I'd like to do a spin-off of that. I would be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect breakdown of an older character, just like when they did Old Man Logan recently.
Yeah.
Or Logan recently. Hugh Jackman played it so well because he is, a lot older, and he's not as old as they're portraying in the movie itself, but he does look like that old, kind of washed up Wolverine that he's been playing the last couple of years, or fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a little odd. I think it's because it's like what was it, Screen Geeks? I think it's just they threw up a softball question. They're like, hey,
if you could be a hero, who would you be?
Wolverine or Batman? Go. And he's just like, yeah, Wolverine would be really cool, man. So.
But I don't know. If he were to be a superhero, I think it would have to be a, off the wall, a different type of superhero that we haven't seen before.
My personal favorite for what he should be if he was to be in the Marvel universe.
In Marvel, yeah.
Reed Richards.
Which is, sorry?
Elastic Man. Fantastic Four.
Okay. Or Elastic Man for DC.
Yeah. I mean, one of the two. He's not like he's skinny, but he's not like, he's like lanky. So
yeah,
it's something that you could see them kind of going on.
Oh,
with.
okay.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. So new Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we've got our favorite punching bag, since Aquaman is now in the books.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog released. I think we talked about this the other week, that they released a promo for it, and a lot of people were making fun of it, and so they shot back, and they were like, they put up a picture on Instagram that has him in his tiny ass shoes, in his extremely large legs, with still no body shot, and it says, "Can a guy work out? Be back next year. Love Sonic." And his legs are way too fucking muscly. Like, I get that he's a power runner, but this is just kind of funny. Like,
I don't know. I think they're kind of fucking with us.
You think so?
To make his legs look buff and look weird.
Yeah.
Because they're playing off that people are making fun of his legs. So
True.
They make him just look buff now.
Yeah, and
if they're wanting attention, they're definitely getting it from the internet.
Oh yeah, and they know that they're gonna get some rings off of this, and as soon as the movie comes out, the rings are just gonna disperse.
Yeah, it's like.
It almost feels like they're in the water right now. So.
Some news coming out from the streaming world. So it's predicted that the worldwide streaming revenue is going to top the box office next year. So that's Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, HBO Go, etc.
Does that include Disney as well? I can imagine that they're adding Disney in there too, Disney Plus.
Streaming services now produce a third of all scripted TV series, and they are now expected to top $46 billion in revenue in 2019 compared to less than $40 billion projected for the worldwide box office. These numbers come courtesy of a study published by Amfree Analysts. According to the study, streaming service revenue in the US already outpaced theatrical revenue in 2017. The UK market is expected to fall by the end of this year, and China, the world's second largest theatrical market, is expected to do the same by next year. So that's saying a lot, because China is huge.
Yeah.
Because just imagine what they've been doing to superhero movies. How many millions of dollars they've been, getting from China.
Oh yeah, pulling in.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this probably at the beginning. This was really big and debatable about 6 months ago when we first started this. It's really weird to go back and think about how blind we were back then and how little we knew and how much we've learned from
doing the show.
Yeah. For one, about China, because we both knew about China being a fucking powerhouse, but we never realized how much that they could just sink into fucking superhero movies.
Yeah.
And then streaming services, because at the beginning of the year, I think that me and you were talking about how...
That one streaming service in China.
Yeah, and then also that we thought that movies were going to kind of maybe take over again.
Yeah.
And maybe put them in their place because some of these streaming services weren't doing good with their algorithms, or I follow somebody, Jakey or something like that.
Mm-hmm, on YouTube?
Yeah, and... He was talking about movies and streaming services and the whole formats of them and how they suck, but then again, even if they suck, people are still gonna buy them.
Yeah,
they're still gonna navigate through them even if they're shit. So we're thinking that the movies might take over at one point, but Netflix and everyone else is absolutely just.
But also for streaming, you're paying for a full service and not just one movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And there, I guarantee you in the next couple of years, there's going to be a service where they start putting stuff on the TV from the movies. If you want to watch Avengers 4, you can go to the movie theater or you can go to your home entertainment system, whether you're Cox or whatever, and absolutely just go stream it there. And so. It's weird to think about that the future is nigh.
Well, I could have sworn that iTunes or someone used to have some movies,
they do.
Well, really close to after the movie's been out in theaters.
They'll do that a lot of times. They will. They'll take movies that maybe aren't selling well in the theaters, independent mostly, because I've seen more A24 films on there. Than anything that they'll drop early, because then you pay $5.99 to rent it, and that's pretty big for how much they spent,
right?
No, it was $10.99 the times that I've gone. $10.99 to rent it, but you're seeing a movie that's in theaters.
Oh, okay.
So and they offer that, but I'm thinking that there's going to be some services that start offering that, saying, hey, we're going to start digitalizing this really quick, because I'm trying to think of what movie we recently saw that's already out on DVD. Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale is already out on DVD.
Yeah, that was quick.
That was very quick, and that was a very long movie. That was a very, they'd probably have to change a few things, not entirely, but gotta condense it. Mm-hmm. But so they're getting faster in that, and they're probably gonna be able to release it even faster for renting on streaming services.
Oh yeah.
Than on the actual blue. Redbox and
digital always comes out first now.
Yep, exactly.
Before Blu-ray, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And last up, we got a really sweet story. I have a sweet spot for the Avenger movies and
Ryan Reynolds
and Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds sends a gift to a Deadpool fan who changed. Who bought the rights to Endgame's website.
Yeah, it was AvengersEndgame.com. He bought it before the trailer dropped.
Yep. And so Ryan Reynolds sent him a really cute care package from his aviation brand of gin.
Oh wait, why did he send it though? You didn't explain that.
Why did I forgot about that?
Oh, it's because it redirects to
that's right,
the Deadpool trailer for the Christmas special. Once Upon Deadpool on
exactly,
YouTube.
I forgot about that. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds sent him a little bit of gin, a little bit. He's got some headphones in there. So really cool. I wonder if he's gonna sell that.
Yeah, the rights. Oh yeah, he'll probably sell the rights and get a hell of money. That kid.
Oh yeah.
Wow. But the kid that bought the website, I'm assuming it's a kid or some young person.
Young person, yeah.
Yeah. But he posted on his Twitter that he wants to trade the care package from Ryan Reynolds for 2 premiere tickets to Avengers Endgame. So can you imagine him getting that out of that?
Did you see too what it says on his Twitter page? He joined in December 2018.
Oh man.
So
wow.
That's not only it's 2018 that he joined. He's got 83 photos and videos already.
Only 1,195 followers though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that gin was Ryan Reynolds' gin?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's got his own brand of aviation. It's called Aviation. It's the best gin on the planet, as Ryan Reynolds would say. But really funny that the guy bought this and did that, and I'm sure they're good friends now. And I'm sure Marvel and Disney are like, hey, can we buy that for me, please? Let me get your website, please.
And did you happen to see the video that Kenny posted?
Yes, of all the Deadpool. It's
Deadpool as all the characters in the Endgame trailer.
Yep.
That was so funny.
Oh, I was just about to bring that up, but yeah, I'm really excited for Endgame. I've never been more excited for a Marvel movie, but this just makes it better. It makes me wonder if Ryan Reynolds is actually in the movie.
Yeah, and that's that'd be wild if he actually is, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, highly doubt it.
But that's gonna do it for this week's news. Let's move into movie trailers. Got a lot.
We got movie trailers.
Okay, so this movie, Greta, is a movie from the Canadian Film Festival that happened this year. It was at the Toronto Film Festival, I believe.
Yep, Toronto Film Festival.
So it's already been out, but now it's coming out to the U.S. theaters March 1st, 2019, so in this spring, or next spring. It's about a girl who finds a purse on a train, or on a bus, and returns it. At first, I thought this movie was kind of like boring. So I was like, alright, this trailer is really boring. But no, in Chloe Grace Moretz fashion, it's a fucking weird movie.
Holy crap. Yeah, like you start watching the first bit of it and you're thinking like, oh, this is going to be one of those movies where the girl helps an older lady that's like sick.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and like it's super cute. And then all of a sudden it turns to, oh my god, it's dark. Like,
Yeah. Almost Suspiria dark.
Yeah.
Which I still need to see that movie.
Yes. But yeah, no, this is...
Yeah, is that lady, is she Dutch or German?
Think a little bit of German in there, I thought. But either way, very, very, very creepy. And Neil Jordan, who has not done a lot for American films.
Yeah.
I don't think he's... I think he's done Greta now, and that's about
Nothing
it.
too big. He's done a lot of smaller things.
Mm-hmm. But absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
It makes you stand up. I think if you watched both of our faces during that, it was just like, this is oh my god,
what is going on? It just kept on progressing.
Yep.
So this I think will be a fun movie to watch. It's already been out. It has ratings. I mean, 70% on Rotten, 6.4, but out of 6.4 out of 10 out of IMDb, but that's out of 117 people. Mm-hmm. So that's not too many people. So it's probably gonna either go up or, you know, stay the same.
That's the problem with film festivals, is that you're gonna get a very skewed representation of what people are liking and what people aren't.
Because there's a certain taste of people that go to those festivals.
Yep. So, but that's definitely on one of our lists for March now, for sure.
Yeah, that looks fun. Scary, I guess. All right, next movie.
All right, next up, we've got Men in Black International.
Two trailers.
Essentially, I think what they did with this one is they released the international trailer, which they normally do like about a week later.
Yeah.
For movies. So they released international, which is the actual trailer, and then they released a international trailer the same day.
Men in Black International.
And I think what they did with this is they kind of wanted to portray both characters, which I think was pretty smart.
hence why it's called International.
Yes. They're from,
There's U.S. faction, there's a London faction.
Exactly. So
Or English
faction. So they're going to be going to England in this one. And Chris Hemsworth is the character H, and she's
from
M.
England. Yeah.
Was that hers?
I
M.
think.
But watching this trailer, I was really surprised at, it was funny. I like Chris Hemsworth a lot. So, this doesn't look bad. I think we were talking about it a while back when we were saying that they were coming out with it.
Yeah, so here's the deal. So, I remember back earlier this year, or sometime last year, they were saying that they're going to do a Men in Black spin-off, which, get this, with, what's that one movie?
Oh, yeah, 21
Jump Street,
yeah.
Thank you. So, they finally released Men in Black, so we kind of knew Men in Black was coming out, but they didn't do 21 Jump Street, which I think would have been weird.
Were going to, yeah. Here's the deal.
That was
there
a
might
weird
be
rumor.
a scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Where they
why would that even come up?
Yeah. That was just a stupid, I think that was a stupid rumor that just was going around. Because, if they end up coming out with it, I think that would be pretty...
Yeah, so, Chris Hemsworth is Agent H.
And
Tessa Thompson is Agent M.
Liam Neeson's in this.
And then
Emma Thompson's going to be back as Agent O, which was weird because I thought Rip Torn was him, or was...
Yeah.
So they must be following that timeline from, because remember it was an alternative timeline that she was the agent when they fixed it.
Which one? From 2?
From the third one.
3.
Remember when they go back in time? So she was in that one, and she played Agent O because she was, that different timelines Zed.
Yeah. She wasn't in her.
So I wonder if they're just saying with the timeline fixed that's what happens. She stays there. Doesn't matter. She's not going to be in it for more than 10 minutes of the movie.
Probably not. I don't know. I don't know if this will hold, candle to, or is it candle? Is that the term?
Yeah.
To the originals. Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson. Thor Ragnarok. They were great in that.
And they have good character, or they have good chemistry. So
yeah.
I think that they obviously were smart enough to say, hey,
let's pair those two together.
These two together, yep.
But it's also called Men in Black, and then there's a girl.
Yeah, but there was also
I'm just kidding.
Too. Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be fun, I'm sure. Fun, quirky movie.
Hey, all I know is that we get another scene from Thor Ragnarok in this movie.
Yeah,
they're shooting the guns.
Oh, yeah.
Like the same picture that's right up on the trailer part of it. When they're shooting the guns at the aliens, they get to do it in this movie too. So it's kind of funny that...
All I hope is they have a lot of wacky fucking guns and... tech gear, because they have to have that.
And they showed it in the trailer, which I'm really happy about. They pull a fucking arsenal out of a
side mirror.
Window. Yeah.
But yeah, this comes out June 14th, 2019.
All right, and last up, we've got Hellboy,
which is a reboot from
the original Hellboy.
Yeah.
This is going to be with Ian McShane, David Harbour,
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yep. Mila Jovovich is going to be the villain in it.
Yeah.
Just want to go over that stuff first because there's a lot to break down in this trailer.
They show quite a bit of villains in this.
Yeah, and ironically, we actually watched the unedited version, or the edited version.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch more blood and guts. That scene where he shoots the guy in the head, it actually has the head explode in the Red Band trailer.
Okay.
And then that giant monster walking through the sea at the end of it, the big white one with the weird thing on its head, it's actually cutting somebody in half in the other trailer.
Dope.
Yeah, so there's a lot of violence. It's going to be rated R. I guarantee it. And if it's rated PG-13, it's going to have a cut in the DVD.
A lot of cuts.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, a cut in the DVD is rated R.
So, but really, like, the director is going to be somebody that's done a lot of horror movies, which I'm happy about. He's worked on Game of Thrones, Constantine, which is huge.
The Descent.
So there's a lot of stuff here that you can actually go, he actually knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he knows a good direction for it.
Correct, yeah. So I think a lot of people were kind of torn with this trailer, whether it was good or not. Me personally, I think it was fantastic. I think they did enough showing Hellboy. David Harbour is just
looks awesome.
He's going to be hilarious in it because he plays the voice great. Don't get me wrong, love Ron Perlman playing Hellboy.
Yeah,
I loved him because he's so deadpan, but it's like almost like watching Ron Perlman doing it again, except a different person.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't change it up too significantly.
I mean, he's still playing the same Hellboy
character,
like we know.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I did like is they don't have other side creatures. It's just Hellboy that they have.
Yes.
That they're focusing on. They're not showing his other partners, which they might bring in if they make a second one.
Yeah, wasn't in it. I wonder who's the girl that is the fire girl from the first one. I'm spacing on her name, but I'm guessing that's probably going to be the girl that's with him, unless she's just a handler.
The girl with the dreads.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, it looks like a really good movie, and I'm really surprised that, because I think I've been worried about how they're going to portray him and how they're going to do it. I don't know the whole story behind Hellboy. I do know that he gets a certain power when he gets the helmet, correct?
The helmet?
The helmet.
The halo?
The halo. And the flaming sword. I believe that's where he becomes his most powerful.
Super form.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I think this would be a great question to have Kyle talk about. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
If we have Kyle talk about it, because he's a huge comic book guy. But yeah, this looks fun. A lot of villains. Hopefully it's not too much. It's too overwhelming or too.
I think a lot of those scenes were just cuts of small scenes where he takes out villains, like that giant.
Oh, it's gonna be like a flashback scene.
Kind of not. I wouldn't even say flashback. It'll probably be like
a montage.
Yeah, we need to go kill these demons that are attacking the world, and then he's they drop him off via helicopter.
Okay, so maybe in the intro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm looking for this. This will be fun.
Comes out April 12th, 2019.
Yeah. And that is gonna do it for trailers for this week. Let's get into our review.
I've been overlooked, stepped on, left.
TJ, why don't you tell them what we saw this week? We were gonna go see The Mule, and then we were gonna go see Bumblebee, and then we caved and saw what?
We saw Aquaman. Yeah, we've been giving a lot of shit just because, DC hasn't been doing too well. And we're like, all right, let's give them a shot. Let's try it out. I haven't seen a DC movie in a while.
I think it's been a while.
But yeah, me personally, I thought it was okay. I wasn't expecting much. They had Toto in it.
Yeah.
Ocean to ocean.
You know what I think that I really liked about it was a fun movie.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, it was definitely fun.
It was something that DC movies are so lacking. They're lacking color, they're lacking excitement. That even Wonder Woman was a great film, but it was very dark shot.
Yeah, this is not dark at all. I mean, kind of dark, but not really. It's very whimsical. Has a lot of cheesy humor. It's not as serious as they've been in the past.
And I thought the humor was probably one of the saving factors if they didn't have the humor in it. If he did not ooze Aquaman, if he was just I kind of want to do this,
Yeah.
kind of almost Ben Affleck kind of felt like he just didn't want to play Batman.
Huh.
When you're watching it, because you're just he seems really into it, but
he doesn't want to be Batman. That's the thing.
Exactly.
But that's who he is in the movie. But
this movie really shines on Aquaman and says, hey, we're happy to have a guy this talks to fish, man, and they didn't bring it up in the movie, which I was really happy about. If they would have made that an ongoing joke, I would have been
well, they kind of did with the whale.
With the whale, but that was a funny joke, especially when they came back to it too with Pinocchio, and she read the book and she was like, "You based this off a book?"
But I thought that was kind of cheesy that our girl randomly came up to her and handed it to her.
Yeah, that
why would that happen?
If she walked past, there was a little book stand right there.
Yeah.
She had walked past
and
it
grabbed
organically, and was like, Pinocchio. I just heard about that, and grabbed it and was like, you base this off a book, that would have been funnier, but still I liked that they brought it back, and it just
I guess
wasn't
it's more
organic.
comic book like.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because you have to understand these are comic book movies, so
Yeah.
they're gonna act like comic books.
It felt like they actually read the comic books this time.
Yeah, this one is kind of loosely based off a Aquaman movie, part of the Flashpoint Paradox series, which was awesome. If you haven't seen any of those movies, definitely recommend. I hope that DC starts basing them off of those, because Jason Momoa says he wants the Flash and I think Wonder Woman in the next one, if they make a next one.
They should. It would be smart. People are starting to get really nervous about Flash.
Yeah.
Flash doesn't have, I think they finally have a director.
Shoot, what about Cyborg?
Cyborg's never had a movie planned yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's been really just sitting on the shelf.
Shit.
Because do you know the story about the actor of Cyborg? It was his first movie.
Oh.
That's his first movie ever that he did this movie.
Wow.
So
he probably will never have his own standalone.
Probably not, just because
you have to have a strong career.
And they
build
CGI'd
up.
the crap out of him to the point where he's gonna have to either look the same or they're gonna have to overhaul him. And if they overhaul him, then that makes sense. But it's one of those things. I was really disappointed that the Black Manta wasn't in the movie more.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
He was in the movie.
Black Manta, right? I'm just kidding. No, it's Yahala Abdul Mateen II.
Yeah.
Which I thought he looked like Kevin Hart to me.
He did. He looked like a taller version of Kevin Hart. Yeah, he does. Oh my gosh. It's like if they stretched Kevin Hart a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm glad that they made him so vicious.
They did, yeah.
It was,
that was
great.
I think one of my favorite scenes is when he makes Aquaman bleed.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand.
I
didn't understand that sword part. I thought, why would he take a sword? He's obviously, in military, he wouldn't use. He uses.
But
sword
it makes sense why he has it, because
exactly
he shoots him out of his arms.
And it's Atlantean, and so that way he could actually pierce his skin with it.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it would have been cooler if they added him into that final fight. They didn't knock him out of the fight midway through the movie. Because they're obviously going to set him up for the next movie.
Yeah.
But we don't know if they're even going to go with him.
The thing also with Black Manta, I remember him being in Teen Titans.
Was he?
The Justice one.
Huh. Wait, what do you mean?
The Young Justice.
Oh, he might have been.
Isn't he the one of the kids in there?
I really don't keep up with a lot of the DC stuff. Okay. Sadly.
Yeah, he's in that one. But Patrick Wilson was a great King Orm.
Yeah.
Perfect pick for him. Nicole Kidman, I thought could have been a better choice for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or Atlanta.
And to be honest, my opinion on Mara,
Amber Heard?
I didn't like her.
No, really?
I thought she was very dry. I get why she's dry. I actually sat down this morning and I was reading something, and I realized why she was so dry is because she's never been on land. That was an unintentional joke.
Okay,
oh my
really?
God. Yes,
Holy
it was.
shit.
Her personality was so dry because she's never...
You son of a bitch.
I didn't even read that one. Unintentional joke number 1. So it was really, once I sat down and realized that that's not what it's all about. She's just coming to the surface world, so she doesn't know the norms, and she actually hates the surface people because of their race.
Yeah, so she's taking a chance and going onto the surface.
Correct. Yeah.
Where what's his face? Willem Dafoe's character, Volko, he's been on there many times training him. Which I'm glad they added that training aspect.
So I gotta ask you, the first 7 times that they said Volko, did you even understand what they were saying?
No.
I could not hear his name. I thought it was Volcro or Velcro. I honestly thought it was Velcro.
Yeah.
I never checked to see what his name was, and I swear to you, the first 4 or 5 times that I heard his name when they were bro, it was so because of the water effect that they put in the water.
Speaking of that was awesome. The water effects that they did.
Yeah.
I thought they did great with the hair flowing and the voices, how it changed it.
Yep. Now I will say that in the movies they stand on water, or they stand on the ground that they have in their.
But they also like float above it too.
So, I wish that they did a little bit more standing because it was a little distracting
To see him float.
Yeah, they're like doing dog paddling around, and I'm like, that
wafting their arms.
Yeah, but it didn't take away from the all around experience. It was very 80 cheesy because you have Dolph Lundgren in this movie too.
Dolph Lundgren? Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves. That's right.
And so they didn't take it too seriously. That's what I really like. Is that they
took it serious when it needed to be serious.
Yep.
Like I said with Black Manta.
Uh-huh.
And his dad, that was perfect because that's how they are as characters.
Mm-hmm.
Now the underwater Atlantis kind of reminded me of a little bit of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I liked. I think probably one of my favorite scenes in this movie was the crab people.
Oh God.
How bad was I at that part?
You were laughing so hard at
I was trying. The people next to me were getting so annoyed. They were like, "What?" Like, you even heard them go, "What is he laughing at?"
Oh.
And all I could think about was crab people, crab people. And then the guy, like the main, like the king of the crab people, was like, "You'll never." It was like, oh my God! It's like you said, they're fucking dwarves of this universe.
They're the dwarves, exactly.
But yeah, they were like, as soon as they started fighting, I'm like, I was trying so hard not to just giggle my ass off.
For real. Oh, and then they had to bring in the fish people from the deep blue sea that are like only in the darks. In the dark.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's one scene where they're on a boat where because Aquaman got hurt, so Mira was patching him up, and they were on a boat just because he needed to be healed.
Yep.
And so Aquaman is healed, and they're still on a boat, and we're like, why are they not swimming right now?
Yeah, like they're like, oh, we have like 17 miles to go. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why
Can't you
wouldn't you just
swim like 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, like why don't you just do your water sprint? Like, come on.
But that was to set up the creatures from the deep.
Yeah, and I think that I liked all the animals that they had, all the
creatures.
Like the giant seahorses were really cool.
Oh yeah, everything that they rode on.
You haven't seen that before? Oh God, I'll have to show you.
Is that Charlie?
It's Charlie.
Yeah, oh, it's Charlie the unicorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's a Leopleurodon, Charlie. So they had Leopleurodons, and I was like, yes. So, but all around, like I think I said it to you. It was the most okayest.
Yeah, it set the bar for normal. Okay. DC.
I would say that this is like Thor, Dark World, almost like
Dark World. I thought was bad to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll put it as like maybe like Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah,
it was
the first
good,
one.
but
The
it
first
wasn't.
Captain America.
It was setting up for a lot of stuff.
That's good.
I think that good point. Yeah, Dark World was pretty bad. But critically, it was kind of like a mixed bag.
Yeah, true. I mean, some people liked it, some people didn't. But James Wan, good job, sir.
Yeah, very good. Apparently, there was a Annabelle doll at the bottom of the ocean.
Did not see that.
If you can find it, you let us know because we'll go hunting when we're.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So apparently, James Wan is coming out or producing a Mortal Kombat movie.
I will tell you right now, though, that this is updated. This was updated November 21st, 2016.
Okay.
So take that with a grain of salt.
I'm sorry, I just saw that.
No,
perfectly
fine. Perfectly fine, because like The Conjuring 3 is in pre-production right now. It's just announced that they have that. But if they do that, I'd be very okay with him doing.
I mean, Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out here soon. Mm-hmm. Which I've been seeing like what IGN has been posting, like, who do you want in Mortal Kombat? Mm-hmm. Which has been kind of interesting. One of them was like the creator of the game to have him in there.
Might as well.
Or V for Vendetta. Some weird
fun.
people.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Well, I mean, think about it. Smash Bros. Just released everything.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be like a Smash Bros. Type of game.
And then too, DC added a bunch. Remember, they added a bunch.
Oh yeah,
of people
DC
to,
is in Mortal
Injustice.
Kombat, right?
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
So I wonder if they'll probably add Aquaman into it. if he is really producing. that. But yeah, they really did a really good job on this, and it really felt like Aquaman. It didn't feel like a DC knockoff.
No.
So.
And I liked his dad. Sorry.
Yeah, his dad was really fun.
Yeah. He had like similar tattoos just like him. But yeah, that was a good movie. If you guys like DC comic book movies, definitely give it check it out. Well, that's gonna do it. Do you have a question?
I don't this week.
Okay.
I thought about it, and I wanted to say, like, did you see the doll in
Anime?
I think that was probably my only question, because you brought that up. I didn't know that they had that in there.
Alright, well, what character would you like to see in Mortal Kombat?
What would you like to see?
I would like to see... Let's do a horror character. What if they did, like, Jason?
I was just about to say Freddy.
Okay.
Freddy would be really, like, a cool one where you could just...
Yeah.
And Jason, obviously, is going to have his sword, or his...
Yeah, he's going to be like a
machete.
Slower character, but he's strong.
Yeah, so, but what would you like to see? Whether it's a character from Injustice, or... Shit, let's just throw Charmander out there. I'd love to see Charmander flame some motherfuckers.
Jesus. You mean Hamilton?
Hamilton.
What the old lady calls him in the video? There's a video on YouTube of an old lady.
Oh, that's right.
daughter.
Yeah, when she's looking at the Pokemon,
Yeah,
she goes, "That's Hamilton."
Yeah, because the granddaughter asks her grandma to name these Pokemon what she thinks their names are. All right. Well, I am TJ Washuk,
and I'm air conditioning.
We love you, and good night.
Guys down, spotty bells, quipping all the time. Oh, what fun to swing around New York while fighting crime. Whipping through the streets of New York every night, wrapping bad guys up in my web so tight, crawling up the walls.